Hi guys! Today I'll be doing a review of EXO's brand new album Exodus. Now bear in mind that this is my first time ever doing a review of an album or anything like that, so if I end up not saying something or not doing such a good job, then I promise I'll try and do a better job next time. I'll actually only be talking about EXO-K's version of the album because I tend to listen to EXO-K's album more than EXO-M, so I kind of can talk more about specifically EXO-K's album. Now, I'm going to try and be as objective as possible in this review and kind of try to ignore the fact that EXO are my favorite artist. So let's jump right in. Overall, I love this album. I can't say that, well, I think either Growl or this one is actually my favorite album of all the albums they have. I think through this album you can really see kind of their growth and progression because okay, I'm not going to name any names, but I hate when some artists, like halfway through their career, they change completely their genre or their kind of style of music. I find that it's really kind of almost makes you feel like they're not themselves anymore. But EXO, what I love about them is that they stay true to kind of their feel and their musical direction, but they still kind of progress and change and grow in terms of their singing abilities, their music, everything. So I think you can kind of see how they've grown from like Growl, where it's kind of a lot more melodic, then they went through their Overdose era where it was kind of a little bit more electrical, a little bit more dance, and then this one is a lot more also electric, a lot more kind of sensual almost. So yeah, I really love that about this album. Another thing I want to say that I'm so happy about this album is that Chanyeol, Kai and Suho actually get to sing a lot more. I felt like in the previous ones, especially Kai and like Chanyeol, they only really got to rap, you know, they didn't really sing a lot, but in this one, Kai and Chanyeol get to sing so much more, and I'm so incredibly happy about that because I think they have such beautiful voices and they're almost like diamonds in the rough, and now they've kind of been discovered and they've been given a chance to shine, so I'm really happy about that. I think this album showcases their voices really well. I think, yeah, in terms of the songs are really, you know, nice, and many of them are the kind of songs, in my opinion, that you listen to once and you just immediately fall in love with them. Okay, so now let's jump into the individual analysis of the songs. Okay, so their title track, Call Me Baby, in my opinion, is an incredible song. It's similar to Growl in my opinion, not in the kind of sense that it's similar sounding, but it has a similar feel to it in the terms that it's a lot very dance-like, and when you listen to it you want to like jump up and start dancing. So this song is like Growl, where they sing all of them together, both EXO-M and EXO-K. There's literally nothing bad I can point out about this song. I think Chen's and Dio's voices are really nice and piercing when they sing. Yeah, also in this song I'm really happy that Kai and Sumin get to sing more, because for me personally, like when I was listening to their older albums before, I actually didn't know what Sumin sounds like because he had so few lines. But now, like, I actually know what he sounds like, which is awesome, and he actually has a really nice voice, so I'm really happy that he, again, like Kai and Chanyeol, got to showcase his voice more. Then they have their iconic EXO something something, in this case, Listen. It's very iconic. They have it in Growl also and in Overdose, so it's kind of like, you know, it makes it feel like it's the title track because it has that. The rap part was incredible, like Chanyeol's voice, it could not be better for rapping. One thing that kind of weirded me out a bit was the part where there's a girl saying baby baby over and over in the bridge in the rap part. I thought that was kind of redundant. It didn't really have to be there, but having said that, I don't think it ruined the song in any way. Yeah, this is the kind of song I think flows really well, and this is the kind of song I was talking about, that when you listen to it the first time you immediately fall in love with it. I listened to this song once and I just had it on repeat for like the entire day because it was so good. Now, their second song, Transformer, I really like it. At first I wasn't so sure because this kind of song and feel isn't my personal favorite type of genre, but I actually really love this. It has that very kind of electric feel, and I think the actual song matches really well with the title Transformer, because, you know, when you think about Transformer, you think like electric and kind of, you imagine robots and Transformers, and this song has that kind of feel to it, almost robotic-like in a way. It's more heavy on rapping than their other songs in this album, so, and also the kind of clapping and the electric kind of melody underneath, I think it really matches well with the title of the song. There's one thing about the song that kind of not disappointed me, but I didn't like necessarily, is the autotune in the very end when Suho sings. And I know they probably didn't do it because he couldn't sing that note, but because it was for, you know, artistic purposes, for the purposes of the song. It always puts me off when artists use autotune, especially when I know they can sing, because it just, I don't know, I just think it kind of cheating in a way. I don't know, it just always puts me off, and I'm like I'm not a fan of autotune generally with anybody. So that was the kind of one minus I'd say would be of the song, but otherwise I really love it. I think this song is really different from the rest of the songs in this album. Now, this third song on their album, What If, at first when I heard it, it didn't really grasp me that much because it's a lot more calmer, and it's not as, you know, upbeat and dance-like as the two previous songs, but I love the song regardless. It's really almost lullaby-like, and it has a very heavy kind of R&B feel. I think their voices are really beautiful in this. They're very sensual. The repetition of the word "shison" I really liked because it almost makes the song kind of stick with you more, and it makes it more memorable in my opinion. I really like in the end how it doesn't just come to an abrupt stop, but it, you know, fades out and gets quieter and quieter, because it helps the song maintain that kind of sensual feel. Again, in the bridge, love the high notes by Baekhyun. He always just nails them. Yeah, there isn't much more I can really say about the song, except I really think it's beautiful. It's really nice. Now this next song, Playboy, I love this song. I think it is probably my second favorite on this album after Call Me Baby. It is so beautiful. It is so sexy. It's just such a sexy song. When I first listened to it, the first 10 seconds I heard, I literally said to myself, this is going to be a great song. And it was. It's amazing. But having said that, I think, well, it was written by Jonghyun from SHINee, and I think it's very, 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 very obvious that he wrote it, especially if you're familiar with his work and especially with his solo album Bass. It's very, like, the notes when they sing oh oh and when they do the kind of moaning sounds, it's so clearly Jonghyun. I can literally imagine him singing those notes, and I think that's not very good because it's too far from what EXO is. It's not an EXO song. I don't feel EXO in this song when I listen to them. Yeah, they're singing it and they're perfect, and the song suits them really well. It suits their voices and their voices suit the song, but when I listen to it, I think Jonghyun, I don't think EXO. I think this song, Jonghyun already had kind of like the skeleton of it, and I don't know, maybe SM asked him to like finish off the song for EXO, and then he kind of added in the rap part and etc. But again, having said that, I absolutely adore this song. The song flows really well. It's really smooth. It's almost like butter on toast, that kind of feel. I love the high note. Again, like in every song there's high note by Baekhyun almost, and when they sing My Baby, such a beautiful high note. There's also a particular part Dio sings in the second verse that I love. It like makes me go crazy every time I hear it. I'll try and sing it for you. It's not gonna sound the same, but at least you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, I found it. So it's the part that Dio sings is 난 못된 내 생각보다 못된 정말 거리가 먼 사람이라도, and that part just like makes me go insane. It's so good. And the intonation especially, just, it's beautiful. Next song on this album is My Answer, and to be honest, I think this is kind of the odd one out, because the rest of the songs, even the slow ones like Beautiful and What If, they're still slow songs and they're still almost ballad-like, but they suit with the album because they still kind of have that electric feel, I feel like. But this song, it has the same feel, I think, like Miracles in December off of their Christmas album, and I love that song and I love this song too, but I feel like it just doesn't match with the feel of this particular album, because the only accompaniment it pretty much has in the melody line is the piano and then their voices. So I feel like, I don't know, I think it's a bit too slow, a bit too kind of simple for this album. But having said that, I still really enjoyed the song. It didn't grab me as much as the others, I have to say, but it's still really beautiful, and yeah, I love the song. Yeah, another thing about the song is I'm really happy that Suho, Baekhyun and Dio sing this, because usually when we think of the vocal line in EXO-K particularly, I think many of us forget Suho actually is in the vocal line, because really Dio and Baekhyun only ever get to sing and like show their voices, and the fact that he is in the trio with the two other really good EXO-K singers, I'm really happy for him. I love how it kind of grows more intense in the end, with them kind of building their voices at the very end. I love the bridge that Dio sings. Yeah, there's not much I can really say about the song, but I did enjoy it, and I think it's really beautiful, kind of slow. Yeah, it's just a nice song overall. The next song is Exodus, which is the title of their album, and I have to say, when their album came out, I was really excited to hear this one because, you know, they've named their album after it. And the first time I heard it, I actually didn't like it that much, but now I'm in love with the song. It's the kind of song I think I just had to listen to a bit more than once to grow to love it. It's again very upbeat, very dance-like. It has really cool intonation in the chorus, like when they sing Quinn and something else. It's like, starting in Quinn. I just love how their voice, kind of the intonation of their voice. I think this is actually one of the few songs, if not the only song on this album, that isn't slow. It's very upbeat but doesn't have a rap part. I think, you know, for EXO, who are, you know, they have a lot of rappers, that's kind of unusual. But having said that, I think it didn't miss out on anything, and it wasn't worse because it didn't have a rap part. I think it was really nicely put together, and it didn't lack in any way. Now, I love where Chanyeol here sings in the bridge and gets to showcase his beautiful raspy singing voice. I'm so happy to hear the song. Finally he gets to show it to the world, and I'm just so happy to hear it. This is just like a small thing, but I found the part that Baekhyun sings, the high note, "She's dangerously hot," to be kind of funny. Like what? Like, she's dangerously hot. I don't know, it just made me laugh for some reason. It's not like it's funny or like anything, but it made me laugh. I love also the DJ kind of disc thing, you know, I don't know what it's called, but like the rubbing the DJ disc thing at the end of the song. I thought just that really matched really well, and it added to the song even more. Now this next song, Eldorado, I'm really happy with how the song turned out. I'm really happy with it. I absolutely love this song. I found this song to be really interesting. Like, that's actually like the one word I would use, interesting, because it's very, it feels almost exotic, and it still has that electric feel that the other songs do, but it sounds, you know, in the part where they sing Finding Eldorado right before the chorus, I think the melody of that just sounds so exotic. Yeah, like it sounds like Eldorado would sound, you know, because when I think of Eldorado, I think of like an exotic place, almost like Arabic-like, and then that melody just suits it perfectly. Like, I think because it has a very almost chanty feel, and it feels like, I don't know, when I listen to it, it sounds to me like they're going like on a quest or something, or like to find, like, I don't know, to find treasure or something like that. It just makes me feel like they're, you know, on an important journey. And because of that, I think it kind of has a similar feel to Mama, their first title track song. It kind of has that similar feel, I think. Yeah, I love the rap part in it. I love the high notes. I think this song actually has more high notes than any of the other songs in this album. And Baekhyun again nails them, like always. Now this 8th song, Beautiful, I was actually really pleasantly surprised when I heard this. Because they actually already had like a snippet of the song on their EXO-K live album. Suho is the only one that sang that snippet of the song, and I really liked it. And I was really like pleasantly surprised when I heard that they've actually completed the song, and it's like now sang by all of them. This song, actually, the beginning part of this song especially, the melody part, really reminds me of a song by Miley Cyrus. It's called At the Bottom of the Ocean. I'll put a link down below to it so you can listen to it. It's not, I'm not saying it in a way like, oh, they copied her. Like, no, I don't think it sounds similar. It just has that similar kind of melody, and I think the similar kind of choice of instruments, so it kind of reminded me of that song. It's again a very kind of sensual, calm song. Their voices are really beautiful and it again flows really well. Overall, I enjoyed the song, but I would say it's not one of my favorites on this album. It just didn't really grab me that well. There wasn't anything that made me go, oh, I love this. So this song, I actually had a kind of love-hate relationship with this song until recently, and that's because I've already heard a bit of this song in Sumin's teaser when they included again just the melody underlying part in the teaser. I absolutely loved it. It was Sumin's teaser became probably my most favorite just because of that melody, and I was so excited to find out that this part that's played in Sumin's teaser is going to be a song in their new album. When I heard it, I was actually kind of disappointed because I think the beat and the melody that's in Sumin's teaser is so strong, it's so beautiful and kind of powerful on its own, that when in the actual song they added another melody that they sang on top, it kind of masked that, and I thought that it didn't give that kind of underlying melody a chance to shine through. It was kind of masked by their voices and that alternate melody. It didn't kind of live up to my expectations in a way, but I think if I wouldn't have heard Sumin's teaser and that melody, then I would have been really happy with the song from the start. But like, again, having said that, I now love the song. It's really good in my opinion. It really suits with the feel of this album. Yeah, it took me, I think, a while to just get over the fact that, you know, it's not the same as in Sumin's teaser, you know. I also love the electric break before the bridge in the song. Also, this is just another small point, but I found it really funny how Sehun says it hurts at the very end of the song because he does it with his accent. I know, I just found it really funny because it's really serious and then he says that and it almost made me laugh. Now this last song on their album, Lady Luck, is again I think one of my favorites on this album. It starts off, you know, it starts off with the beatboxing and rapping. There's almost no singing in it, almost no melody in it. And again, that's not my type of song, so at first I was like, I'm probably not going to enjoy the song at all. But then the melody kicks in with Baekhyun, and as soon as that kicked in, I just fell in love with the song immediately. I love that kind of transition from like rap, almost no melody, to heavy on melody, then back again, then back again. I think that really grabbed my attention and made me fall in love with the song more. I also love the guitar in the melody. It's really beautiful. I think it just adds to the flow of the song. I also love the beginning of the second verse where again Chanyeol sings, gets to show his amazing voice. I also love the break in the song where there's the guitar playing and it's like an electrical feel, and then at the very end when there's a sound of shoes walking. I'm obsessed with the sound of shoes like walking on the ground, like heels and stuff. I think I've been obsessed with that ever since I was like a small girl, so it's a very small thing, but I think it added to me liking the song more. So yeah, this song is just beautiful. I think that transition is what really made me fall in love with that song. So yeah, overall, there really isn't one song I can say I don't like. Every single song on this album I like. I just like some more than others. But I'm so happy with this album. I think just it could not have been better in my opinion. I had high expectations like of this album because it's EXO. You know, I expected very good music, very good songs, but this outlived all my expectations. I'm so incredibly happy with it. So now I guess I'll rank the songs from number 1 being my favorite and number 10 being my least favorite. So number 1 would have to be Call Me Baby, then Playboy, then Exodus, then Lady Luck, then Eldorado, then Transformer, then What If, then Hurt, My Answer, and finally Beautiful. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm sorry if I ranted on for too long or if I, you know, forgot to mention some things. But if you enjoyed this review, then please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!